Okay, so somebody mentioned to me that I should pay attention to sharing my journey as well as my success when I'm over. So I thought I'd include you in the kitchen today. So right now we're making a carrot apple ginger juice. I like this at the end of the day. The carrots, and I also actually add half carrots and half sweet potatoes. So they have a little bit earthier flavor, a little bit more savory flavor. Sometimes you can even add a tomato or a bell pepper in there. Kind of makes it feel more like a supper, and for some reason it makes me sleep better because it's just a little bit smoother. So while we're in the kitchen, I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you afford to do all this organic, all this non-GMO? So there's a couple of things that we do. Let me show you what they are. We grow some of our own microgreens. Those are fresh living energy, and I always top off my juices with those. The other thing is, if you look out in our yard, we have tons of moringa trees and different little Kevin with his Bigfoot pose. All these leaves that are edible can be juiced, and that saves me a lot of money. And as you notice, a lot of them are in pots because, well, one, I have this dream hope of I'm going to be able to put them in the ground somewhere on bigger property. Right now I'm in the city and there isn't enough room for all of my giant trees, but if I keep them in pots and prunes, it works. The other thing that we do is I do make herbal teas. So this is an herbal tea. I bought a teapot, and my herbal teas and our purified water that we keep over here can get mixed in with our juiced greens that are dehydrated from in here. You can see a list of, this is our greens powder. This is a list of all the different types of greens that we have put in here. It's got everything from barley juice, moringa, chaya, callaloo. It's even got some basil, sage, oregano, parsley, nettle leaf. It's got spinach. It's got all things that are out in our garden. And then the last thing we do is we buy things in bulk wherever we can. So this one's actually from Kroger's, but we can get them from Costco. Buy things in bulk. Sometimes if you make friends with some of your neighboring like health food type of stores, the produce manager can actually help you get things cheaper. In persimmon season, for example, we were very bummed there was no persimmons around. And he said, I've got them. They're all in the back. They were just too ripe. And I was like, that's okay. We need to eat today. And your persimmons are ripe today. So we'll take them. And he gave them to us at like 30 cents on the dollar. So that's awesome. You can chop them up. You can freeze them. There are ways to save money. But I would remind you that you need to get in a lot of liquid. Your body is 70% water, they teach us. So I need to get that water in my system. Now, why am I juice feasting? I am juice feasting because I broke my arm. But I want to increase nutrition and decrease toxicity. So my green drink is going to actually help to nourish my body. The citrus drink is actually like power washing out all the things. And there's things that we do to help make it move along. So these are, you see people taking all sorts of minerals. These are our minerals. I also have Celtic sea salt because this Celtic sea salt has more minerals than pink Himalayan sea salt. I'm trying to get the minerals in. What is the reason I'm doing what? I do take some digestive enzymes. And then we actually have diatomaceous earth. We have bentonite clay. I actually have some psyllium husk. We actually have some spirulina powder. So keep in mind, what are you doing and why are you doing it? In our case, in the Soul Smarts case, we are doing it to bump up and increase nutrition and decrease toxicity. So I want everything that's going to help flush that toxin out, and I want everything that's going to increase the nutrition in. So each thing that goes into, we're at the end of our juice, yay. We'll let that thing cool off for a little bit while we do this. The next thing is you do not necessarily have to go buy all these expensive ball jars. Get them on sale if you see them on sale. Put it in a pitcher. If you're drinking it right away, it does not need to be an airtight container. Now, just drink it. If you're going to be keeping it for a couple of days, you saw my green drinks. So I batch juice. Now I made this green drink super concentrated. What I did was I juiced my greens and then I added that green juice powder with the water in there. So it is super concentrated. So when I go to pour that, even though it looks like 1.5 gallons in the fridge, it really is equal to 3 gallons because I'm going to mix it with water half and half when I go to drink it. Make sense? Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do our orange sweet potato, carrot apple orange. I also put ginger in there because that's so good. Carrot apple ginger is the ideal. Oh, the other thing is I always include some citrus. So this one actually has key lime. Sometimes I will add lemon. Sometimes I'll add orange. Sometimes I'll add pineapple or even, not kiwi. Kiwi is too mushy. Don't do kiwi. But some kind of citrus because a grapefruit can give you that sour thing. The citrus is actually acting as a preservative, so my juices can last longer. So I have to move you over here. Take a seat. I can't pour with my left dominant hand. I have to pour with my right hand. So you can see my little secret. I pour it over the sink just in case I make a mess. So keeping it real with you guys. I'm a strong lefty trying to pour with my right hand. Now this first one, I want to fill all the way up to the tippy top, and then we're going to put a lid on it. I scraped the foam off, just like that. Magic. Wasn't that fancy? No extra things to wash. See? Juice. You see the juice? Yay! Juice. Did I lose you? There you are. Don't fall down now while I do this, because see, I can't really push much with this hand. This wrist part is what broke. So I can't do the twisty motion. The doctor was very wise. He said, I know Miss Susan is going to be one of those people who believes in healing naturally. So you know what he said to me? Can you do this? And I said, yes, it hurts, but I can do this. And he said, can you do this? And I said, not very tight, but I can do this. And he said, can you do this? And I couldn't. That scared me. I'd never told my hand to do something from my brain, and it didn't work before. And he said, oh, that makes sense, because look what your CT looks like. And he showed me my CT. So basically, there's like a, is there a bowl here somewhere? Should be a bowl. Basically, there's like a bowl inside your hand, and there's these bones that go inside of it, and it should rotate in and out the bone. Not quite a ball and socket, but kind of like a spoon and bowl. But guess what? When I fell, I knocked it way over here, way offside. So it can't really like rotate and turn. So next week, they're going to go in and push it back in the middle so it can roll around back and forth again. And I guess he's going to screw in a plate so that it'll stay there while it heals. Never had that before. But I'm 61 years old, and I certainly do not want to have wimpy bones breaking on me. So you want to see what I bought? I bought myself a treat. I said, ooh, if I'm going to have to heal, I'm going to buy myself a treat. Oh, my hand doesn't fit in there with its... It's got one of those... It had a cast on. Now it has a... Where'd you go? Oh, there's this one, which is called Algacal. It's reversed for you guys right now, but I can put a picture of it on the screen later. The Algacal and the Strontium Boost. And I have to tell you, the Algacal, I'm excited about. People are having all sorts of wonderful benefits with all the things. So I'm excited. They even give you a guarantee. If you got a DEXA scan and went in a year later, your DEXA scan should be stronger. I don't have a DEXA scan. But having my arm break just because I fell on it, not good. Now I did fall kind of hard. I fell from 4 steps up all the way to the ground. So, oh well. But if we're going to be healing, let's be juicing. What are we doing? Increasing nutrition, decreasing toxicity, and allowing the body to heal the way our Mother Nature Gaia, God, whatever you want to call your higher power. I personally call her Dessa, divine energy source serving all. But you can call her whatever you want to call her. But I want her to be able to do her job the best she can for my health for many years to come. This is Coach Susie sharing her journey with you. Tapping out.